Alright friends, we got a few problems to go through today. Let's just jump right in. At the end I'm going to highlight some folks, so I moved all of our highlights for our friends and classes to the end. So be sure and watch so that way you can catch that. Okay, now here we go. Mr. Simpson owns a vegetable garden. He has 4 rows of vegetables. In each row he plants 8 seeds. How many vegetables can he have in all? Alright, so we know he has 4 rows and 8 seeds in each. We don't know the results. We don't know how many in all. Now, if you were doing keywords, you would say, oh, in all, that's add. But we're not adding here. I mean, we kind of are, because we're saying that there's 4 rows and there's 8 seeds in each row. But I'm going to show you a little something to explain to you why we can't just use in all as an automatic for addition. Alright, so we have our solution statement written. He has unknown vegetables in all. So let's think for a moment. We know that there are 4 rows. Well, for those of you that have had me for class, we cannot row a boat vertically, right? We cannot row it up to the sky. We have to row the boat across. So if we row the boat across, we know that we're talking about rows that are across. There are 8 seeds in each row. 8, 8, 8, 8. So we're not just adding 8 plus 4, because there's more than that amount of seeds for vegetables to grow. So we are adding 8 4 times, though. And when we add the same number over and over again, that is called repeated addition. And repeated addition is just another word for multiplication. So if you need to, you could go, you could add these up, 8, 16, 24, 32. Or if you know your facts, which hopefully you do, 8 times 4 equals 32. So he has 32 vegetables, probably more specific, 32 seeds in all. So I know the words can be a little confusing, but please know that just because you see the words in all does not mean that it's automatically only addition, because we fall into the trap. I saw a few friends that did 8 plus 4. But it's not 8 plus 4, because 8 plus 4 is 12, and that is not the same as 32, right? Okay, here we go. Now, I want to use Mariah from Ms. Banda's class. She showed her work on the slide that I sent. So awesome job, Mariah. Way to use the computer. I also want to highlight the fact that she showed our equal groups. Alright, so let's read the problem first. It says Roger needs to fill 8 candy bags with 9 candies in each bag. How many candies does he need to purchase? I'm going to go through solve, but I'm not going to write it all out. What do we know? We know that there's 8 candy bags. Sorry, let me change that to the green so you know that we're doing solve. 8 candy bags, 9 candies in each bag. Now, notice that Mariah didn't sit there and draw 8 bags and 9 candies in each bag. She just put circles for groups because she automatically knew there were 8 candy bags. Oh, that's our group. There's 9 candies in each bag. That's what's in each bag. And because we're adding 9 over and over again, that's called repeated addition. So this is multiplication with equal sets as part of our O. How are we launching? Well, she launched right here. 8 times 9 equals 72. She used the facts. If you need to, you could say 9 plus 9 plus 9 all the way 8 times. But gosh, that's a lot of counting, right? If you had to, I would say, we say, okay, there's 9, 18, 27. Make sure you label your groups. That'll help you along the way. All right, so hopefully you know that he needs to buy 72 candies. Great job, Mariah. Thank you for letting me use your work there. Okay, let's get to a new multiplication problem for today. This is going to help you if you're unsure of how to solve today's problem, which is Wednesday. Alright, so we've got a blue hat which costs $8. And a green hat, which costs 3 times as much as the blue hat. We don't know the result of the green hat. We don't know what the green hat costs. So we're comparing, because we're saying that the blue hat costs $8 and the green hat costs 1, 2, 3 times as much. Okay? So if you label those boxes, you'll automatically see our answer. But I just want to show you just a small, tiny little trick that might help you out. As soon as I would always teach my students, a green hat costs 3 times as much. As soon as you saw that, they're telling you 3 times. 3 times as much. So you take your original quantity, 8, and it's 3 times as much. This is called a multiplicative comparison, or a multiplicative comparative problem. It's not super important to know that, but it is important to understand that you're using a original quantity and you're going to multiply it, in this case, by 3 times. Okay, so let's launch this 8, which is the blue hat, 3 times over is 24. And that is how much the green hat costs. So, blue hat times 3 equals green. That's what we wrote up here. That gave us 24. If you're unsure, remember, it's 8 groups of 3. It's the same thing as saying 8 times 3. Alright, so if you had to, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're just going to put 3 in each one of those. And you could count those up if you needed to. Again, multiplication is the same. You're still adding the same number over and over again. In this case, it's 3. You're adding 3 8 times. Friends, I absolutely, aside from highlighting Mariah earlier for showing us her work, fantastic job to Miss Wall's class. We had a total of 5 students turn in their work from the other day. That is the most that we've had from Miss Wall's class. Kudos to you, Miss Wall. Fantastic job getting your kids excited about learning with our math problem of the day. And Miss Wall's class, please continue to do such a fantastic job. I am really excited. We started out with about 1 of you guys, and now we're up to 5. I am so proud of you. Keep up the great work, you guys. I look forward to seeing your work on today's problem and future problems. Again, if you have any questions, remember to let me know. All right, I hope you guys have a fantastic day.